Margarito starting with a decent jab.
Something surely he has worked on in training. Pacquiao trying to get inside and go to the body, and Emmanuel Stewart, so he has a better chance to affect Margarito with his normal power if Margarito hunches over and brings himself down to him a little bit.
What I'm surprised about is Margarito's jab, which is...
And the last thing people expected to see was Antonio Margarito standing in the middle of the ring and boxing with Manny Pacquiao and trying to bring Margarito's arms and head down.
Well, one thing, he's a very intelligent fighter.
Margarito has thrown almost exclusively jabs in the first round. That goes against the scouting report.
I think I see a lot of factors with the jabs of Margarito too.
But he has had trouble getting rolling in the early parts of some of his fights, notably the Paul Williams fight. Margarito still content to stand in the middle of the ring and box with Manny Pacquiao, has not tried to drive him to the ropes.
I'm a big man.
The size has been a big factor in this fight, as I see right here.
But speed belongs to Pacquiao. That was the first time that Pacquiao found his body against the ropes. And if there was one thing Freddie Roach harped on throughout training, it was...
And he would go toe-to-toe more with some of the great Mexican fighters that he beat south of lightweight.
Took inside by, or left, cross inside by Pacquiao. He lands the right hook, too, as Margarito steps in. When he gets close. Uppercuts for Margarito, his favorite punt up there.
This is why when you asked me, did Margarito...
Big, delectable experience perhaps for Margarito fighting a man.
When I was giving you the keys to victory earlier, I said Margarito didn't work left uppercuts or right uppercuts through the middle because...
It's been a long time since Manny Pacquiao looked vulnerable. And he's...
Good straight left hand by Pacquiao. Good right hook inside by Pacquiao, landed on the chin. Pacquiao flirts with the corner there, then moves away. Now his back is against the ropes. Margarito tries to press the action. Pacquiao hits him flush with a big left hand, and then flurries.
And Manny to back, and it's a difference in moving side.
Pacquiao's discovered in this round is that Margarito's gloves are split. And
here you see Pacquiao land beautiful punches, even with his defense up. Margarito still was getting good punches.
The guy ain't there. You know, that's good ring generalship. Pacquiao does it all the time.
No, I give all 3 rounds to Pacquiao.
I think you're looking at 12 rounds.
What we see
on the other hand, Margarito is telling, as he has a big red welt under his right eye. So Pacquiao can do that.
Yeah, Margarito's saying that Pacquiao's not hurting him.
And Pacquiao's beginning to land with almost every punch.
Other than just
he heard it with a body punch.
Margarito around the ring.
But he's beating Margarito up in this round. There's a huge welt under Margarito's right eye. He's backing Margarito up, and he's hurting him. And Margarito can say all he wants that Pacquiao can't hurt him, but that's not true.
Pacquiao hurt it with a
in speed slices you up. That's what's happening now.
Opponent has never stopped punching like he means it.
Very seldom do they penetrate.
Pacquiao stood still for a moment.
Started all of the serious problems for Margarito. Even though he was being outpointed, seemingly with that shot, he never has recuperated. And if you notice, his body form is bending over as if he's still hurt from the body punch. Accurate too. He doesn't just waste punches. This punch
even has the ability to adjust the punch in mid-arc.
Yeah.
Margarito going to the body against the rope. The first moment that Margarito actually made it look for a moment.
As always.
He loves to answer back. Yeah. Absolutely, he jolted back, or jolted Margarito with the left hand there. Jolt
fighting.
And you know, he always wants to get the better of an exchange. That's why it's hard to win rounds against him, because if you get him, and look at the...
That was likely here for Margarito. He said, look. Since Manny's a southpaw, it wasn't a left hook to the body, it's a left cross, but the bottom
Margarito staggered.
Lands in the same place. Straight left-hand shots for Pacquiao, staggering Margarito momentarily there. Big right hook. Great shot. At the height of his career, a few years ago, was averaging up. And when you start to get hit hard by somebody like Manny Pacquiao.
Margarito couldn't see him. That didn't work, so he and beat him up that way.
Against Miguel Cotto. Afterward, I asked him what was most impressive. He said, easy, the footwork. I've never seen any...
Very people realize that his footwork is phenomenal.
Yeah.
some bigger than others, but he's winning all of them.
Now Margarito catches Pacquiao as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare, locked in a trap against a much bigger man. Fights his way out of it.
Here you see against the ropes, the best exchange of the night that favored Margarito right here when he was landing a lot of blows and Manny was trying to get away from him, but he was landing shots body and head. But at the end of the round, those rounds that is called comparative rounds, I thought Manny wanted. Rita may get it because it compared to the other rounds.
Arms nightmare. But the bottom line is, you're right. Well, I'll say this. I've covered boxing for 24 years, and I covered Ray Leonard from ringside, and this is the best offensive fighter I've ever seen.
He does it all and fights everybody. That's what I like about him.
See what's kept Margarito up in this fight is his enormous size.
The size. The only Jim before the fight you said you could see it possibly going a 12-round decision only because of Margarito's size. The Pacquiao show.
No, if I had a prediction, it was going to be that Pacquiao would win all 12 rounds, win a unanimous decision, and there'd be a lot of nervous moments in it.
Yes.
I thought Pacquiao would stop Margarito right around the 6th or 7th round. Well, in spite of the look, in spite of the way his face looks.
Margarito's hanging in, and he's having more flurries as the fight continues, but Pacquiao just stunned him with a right hook and backed him off again.
Here you see Manny Pacquiao landing all of these precise punches. Even with a guards up high defense, he still pinpoints areas where he can get through and penetrate.
World-class, one-handed fighter. Margarito banging him against the ropes here, trying to get to Pacquiao's body. That could change the fight. Pacquiao fighting back on the ropes.
And here comes
Manny. And he turns it around and bangs Margarito viciously. Cross straight on the bad eye. And another one. Right on that badly bruised right eye of Margarito. Pacquiao hits him again with the left. Margarito nods at him. Pacquiao hits him at will.
That's his biggest factor, is fighting while he's tired.
And he's blocking some of the punches, taking some. He took a big left hook there.
Redemption for Margarito. So far, this has been a measure of redemption because he's never stopped fighting his fight in spite of a frightful beating. Fighting in spots the way we used to see him knock out good opponents.
I talked to Miguel earlier today. Miguel said this was going to be a very tough fight. As I was telling him, I thought that Pacquiao had to edge. He said, man, he may have edge, but it's going to be a hard fight.
What an exchange.
Here you see Pacquiao in the ropes again, which is where every time that Margarito has a good rally, or so to say, it's always when he's got him pinned in the ropes. But usually right after that, always, Manny comes right back with a flurry of punches. But Margarito's best success has been when he's had him in the ropes. Manny would have knocked him out sooner. Absorbed the punches a little better than a smaller guy. But a regular 140-pounder, I think Manny would have knocked out.
Another anomaly.
If he's in good shape and he can continue to do this, he'll win the fight fairly easy. But, you know, once
Pacquiao's maybe decided that he can't knock Margarito out at this point.
Unless somebody wants to stop the fight because of that right eye, which is grotesque.
Knockout style hooks.
here you see Manny Pacquiao do what he does better than any boxer in the game. Let a guy miss, catch him with a punch, let him miss, hit him with a punch again.
Bigger than himself, touching him up, beating to make Margarito shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter.
He's putting it on Margarito right now.
Boom! Another perfect right hook. What a show. Greatest offensive fighter of the era.
Physically fatigued, both. And this right hook.
He's ready to go.
That's one of the biggest jabs I've ever seen.
That was a right hook from Pacquiao.
Yeah.
He had another 30 seconds.
He still may stop him. He may get out of this round, but I think it's a good chance that Pacquiao. Here you see this counter right hook, which is, as I said earlier, one of the best punches that you can land. And he
to his stunning left cross.
Another measure of redemption for Margarito. Even though he wants to keep fighting, The referee, or for the fans rather, look at me, I'm tough. He really wants to win the fight, even though he's hopelessly behind and getting
no head movement.
Landed a shot. Look,
That's what he's saying to Cole.
But the referee's doing a good job, I think. It's right that you keep, because as long as the guy's punching back. It'll be different, but at this stage here, he's being out punched, but the referee has to wait a few more seconds before he decides.
Emmanuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again.
I know, but it's just...
The issue is not Margarito's eye at this moment, it's his brain. How many clean headshots
can one man take?
I mean...
His punches have zero snap. He is...
If the referee stopped, there wouldn't be any complaint, but I just don't think...
Corner asked if they wanted the fight, or if he wanted the fight stopped. He said no. Wanted the fight to the finish. Same thing here, obviously. But it's not doing Margarito any good to take the number of shots he's taking now. Flush on an already... Max, I honestly wonder whether Pacquiao has no more stomach for the punishment.
Zaga seemingly was doing that with Roy Jones in the later rounds, too.
Absolutely.
Margarito's not known as an accurate puncher. Was watching this thinking maybe the time is right to fight this guy, until he felt the time was right. He noticed Hagler slow down against Duran and Mugabe. Then he took the fight.
That's hard to say because he's fighting such different guys every time out, and they're all so big. Now suddenly there's some Manny energy. Looks as though he wants to make sure that he wins the round, make clear who's still dominant, but obviously he's not trying to finish Margarito. This is Manny Pacquiao, the congressman, Manny Pacquiao, the cultural icon, Manny Pacquiao, the citizen of the world. That's the man who's letting Margarito finish. And we're done.
Jim, your prediction was right.
Pacquiao has his unanimous decision victory. Margarito has a vicious beatdown to remember, and the satisfaction of having finished the fight.